To more than a number now. For the first time since charges were dismissed against former Michigan State Police Sergeant Brian Keely, we are hearing from Samuel Sterling's parents. If you remember, Samuel Sterling died after Keely hit him with his car in front of the Kentwood Burger King last year. A federal judge dismissed the charges last week, saying the state did not provide enough evidence to prove Keely did anything criminal. Sterling's father says he wasn't surprised by the news, but his mother says it was devastating. Lauren Baker interviewed the family.
I didn't know I had to be this strong for that. And I just told my friend, I feel the world is on my shoulders because I'm not just fighting for my son, I'm fighting for everybody. And with that being said, I'm standing 10 toes down for everyone, not just for my son, for everyone. Because this is just not my son, this is the community son. Everybody has to stick with me to fight.
And talk about being 10 toes down. How has it been just from day one of not even really getting a chance to grieve your son to still having to speak positively in his name?
Those 10 toes down mean to me that no matter what the devil bring my way, I still gotta fight. I can't give up. If I give up everything, and I refuse to do that. When Brian Keely murdered my son, he didn't know Samuel Sterling. Mom had a guy that was gonna stand, because this is what God's purpose is telling me to stand, and I'm gonna stand. I'm not gonna let my son die. I don't care what happened. He might be buried in this jar, because I got him cremated, but he's not. He's spiritually still here, and he's still telling me, Mom, fight. Yesterday we had a meeting, emergency meeting, that all these people came up to me and hugged me. And that must have been my sign that my son said, my mom needed a hug. He couldn't give it to me, and I'm trying not to get emotional. But he couldn't give it to me, so he sent all these people in the community to give me a hug. And I thank him for that.
I wanted to give you a chance to speak on that.
I'm just lost for words. I just can't believe he's not here. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm just lost for words right now.
Talk about the moment that you both found out that Keely was not going to be even facing a trial.
I already knew it when we was in the courtroom, how the way they was presenting everything, making him look bad and making his officer like he was just some kind of big hero for doing what he did. I already knew what the outcome was going to be, so I wasn't surprised when I found out the news. So,
yeah.
What about you? I was sick from throwing up to. I got on Facebook and told everybody, do not call me, because I didn't have to talk anymore. I was devastated. I didn't expect this. Even though everybody else expected it, I questioned God for a good 3 hours and asked him, why is you taking me through this weather? But for some reason or another, my mom always come through and say, it ain't over, it ain't over, just keep your faith. So, I didn't expect it, but it happened.
And in that moment, you said that, your mom came to you, you said that you did expect it. What do you do at that point? I know that you have a civil case that could still happen, but I mean, just in that moment as parents, what do you do?
What can you do? We black. Besides have civil. Do you really think we got justice? What black person ever get justice in the system? I ain't seen not one. So I'm not calling it a race card, but I'm saying the police system, because you could be any color. It just happened more with the blacks. So what justice do you get besides suing? I can't bring my son back, so there's no justice at all.
And as a black mom, you know, black people always have had a history with police. And some people just don't understand that. They never will. Why is it important that in this time that you kind of help continue to explain why it's not just that this situation happened, that there are factors and trauma that black people have gone through that make this situation even more worse?
Reason why I'm studying doing it because no one really understands. A lot of people put a blind over their eyes and say, oh, well, if they would have complied, if they would have did this, if they would have did that. We could have, would have, should have did a lot. But if there's no one besides my color to stand behind us, is no justice. So we could have did a lot and it didn't. And right now I'm waiting for a phone call to say that we're going to appeal this and fight for your child because this is happening way.
And of course, we are going to continue to follow this story as it continues to develop. And by the way, we should mention on 13 on Your Side, we honor all victims of crime who have died through our More Than a Number initiative. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen. If you're on maybe a mobile device, go ahead and screenshot that so you don't lose that QR code. That code will take you to our website, as well as the link at the bottom of your screen will do so as well. You can share there how you're remembering your loved one. You'll also find resources to help your family move forward.